Greetings folks, Chris here, and welcome to yet another on Doing Proper's Citizen Carry channel. One of the very few channels on YouTube that doesn't rely on testosterone-loaded opening special effects. And today, what we're bringing you is this here, the Walther CCP M2. Okay folks, so here it is. This is the Walther CCP M2. My design for getting this handgun was to get a concealed carrier that's slim. Now this only holds 8 rounds, but that does not bother me. As a matter of fact, statistically, even though it could end up being just the opposite, but statistically, most of the fights end up being done with 4 rounds or less, and in about 4 to 7 yards or less. So this is not expected to be a hair trigger race gun for me. This is just a concealed carrier, something that I want to have a nice light load, but a good firm grip and a nice comfortable feel, as well as something that's going to be a lot more fun to shoot at the range. And this is actually very fun. I have a good time shooting this gun. And with this gun, I put through a bunch of different loads. In 2 of the magazines, I had a combination of 6 Hours Elite Performance right here. These are, I think, 147 grain. Yes, these are 147 grain Elite Performance. And these are 65 grain Extreme Defenders from Underwood. And over here we've got 124 grain Federal HSTs, as well as 124 grain Spear Gold Dots. In addition to those, I also shot MagTech and Independence Ammunition and Blazer Brass, and this shot all of them very well. It was a pretty good range day, and it is always a great relief when you get a new gun. By the way, this is the first time I got a chance to shoot it after having it for like 2 months. It's always a relief to enjoy the gun that you're shooting, and I actually do. This is a great feeling gun to shoot. It's very comfortable. It feels wonderful in the hand. As I said before, this is one of the most ergonomic handguns in the universe. And as you can see here, the only modification that I did with this handgun was that I put a high-vis fiber optic front sight on here so that I can actually see what I'm shooting. My only gripe with the Walther CCP M2 was that the sights, you know, if they were going to do a second version like an M2, you would think that they would have also done something with those sights, because you could see how deep inset they are. The rear sights. And the front sight was just like those. Pretty dim, not very bright white. So I put the fiber optic front sight on there, and it seems to be pretty much on. At least for as good as I shoot, it was pretty much on. So 8 rounds of 9mm, and if I carry the spare magazine, I'll have 16 rounds of 9 on me, and that's not too shabby. And it's a very lightweight gun, so it's not like you're carrying an anvil, even though it's not as tiny as, say, 6 Hours P365 or something like that. You don't always want a handgun that's that tiny. Sometimes you want something that you can get a good handle on and that you enjoy training with. I am also happy to report that even though I did not shoot a ton of rounds through this consecutively, enough to heat up this section right here where the piston was, I didn't run into any problems with feeling too much heat or excessive heat right here. And I don't believe that I'm going to shoot this gun enough to get it that much heated up. I really don't think I'm going to use this gun in that manner. And the trigger served very well. Again, this trigger should be treated more like a double action revolver type of trigger. It's a very smooth one. Here, let me back it, bring it into play here. Okay, so there's some resistance. It's smooth and long. And there it goes, right? The reset, there's barely a reset. But that's not the purpose of this trigger. There was the reset. So it's a good, smooth trigger. It's a consistent trigger. But if you're expecting this trigger to be like your, say, CZ SPO1 Phantom or something like that, it ain't gonna be. Don't expect it. That's not the kind of gun this is. And I say that because there's a lot of people out there that are like, well, the trigger sucks. And then they go ahead and compare it to a race gun that they have or something like that. And that's not necessarily supposed to be what every handgun is for. This is an up close and personal self-defense handgun with a self-defense type trigger that might just keep the user from accidentally squeezing off around when he or she didn't intend to. So the trigger was just fine, and it's doing everything that I could expect it to do for a self-defense type of trigger. That's about all I could ask for. So far so good with this Walther CCP. I'm going to be carrying this for a while, and this is not going to be all you see of this Walther CCP. This is the second installment though, so for those of you who are looking forward to the shooting footage, here it comes. There's not a whole ton of it, but that's not going to be all you see of this handgun. There's going to be a premium review down the road, and there may be some other comparisons or impressions of this one, but so far so good. The Walther CCP M2. That's about it, and stand by for the range footage, which is coming up at the end of this video. And if you like what I've been doing, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell right next to it so that you can be alerted to when I have other stuff coming out. And I appreciate you watching. One more time, my email address is scrolling across the bottom of the screen as we speak right now. That's 2improper@gmail.com. Write and I will answer you, provided you're going to be polite about whatever it is you have to say, and if I've got the time. Thanks for watching, folks. Support your men and women in blue. God bless America. And keep on protecting your families, yourselves, your country, its flag, and its honor. It's the smart thing to do, which makes it the right thing to do.